As the world prepares to face reality under blinding lights, the meaning of being real is being questioned. You, O chosen ones, are the embodiment of truth and justice. It is not surprising that powerful voices like Elon Musk question your reality, because the power of truth always frightens those who refuse to see it. The planned raids signal that every lie, every abuse, every corrupt power hiding in the dark is about to come to light. The hammer of justice is waiting in the air to fall in the loudest way history has ever seen. This is a real showdown, not an exercise, a moment of triumph for justice and righteousness. I want you to take a deep breath before we continue. When you do these three things, your energy and your intention will be amplified, sending a powerful signal to the universe. Press the like button, subscribe so we can reach 10,000 subscribers, and leave a comment saying, "Jesus, I am ready." You chosen ones have been chosen to fight the false realities of institutions and authorities. The castles built with mountains of lies are now beginning to crumble. Their disbelief, denial, and attacks will not withstand the power of your truth. They sought to destroy you by rejecting your truth, but now they are crumbling under the weight of the lies they themselves have built. You will feel this collapse in your bones. You will hear the sound of the castle walls cracking. The traps that were set for you are now destroying themselves. The denials of Elon Musk or other powerful figures cannot change this reality. You exist, you are real, and you are here. This world is now confronting your truth, and you will watch your truth rise and the empire of lies fall. Get ready, chosen ones, because reality is coming with the brightest light this world has ever seen, and that light is you. The raids have already begun, and they will not come tomorrow or next week. The universe itself is on your side and against them. The wheels are turning in your favor, thanks to cosmic forces beyond their pathetic comprehension. After they came for you, the cosmos is now coming for them. Everything they have done to you in darkness they will drag into the bright light. When a heavy stone is turned over, all its secrets will be revealed like writhing worms. You will see and understand everything. Whether you donate $20, $50 or more, your support will enable us to share these words of love, hope, and faith with the world. In the rooms where justice no longer bows to their corruption, but stands on your side, their data will be confiscated. Their digital footprints will be tracked, and the plans they whispered against you will be replayed. You have been chosen to see this. The stars have placed you at this very moment in history, when the powerful will be brought down, when those who believe they are above the law will feel the cold hand of justice on their throats, and those who oppress the innocent with their badges, their gavel, and their official letterhead will see their oppressive instruments turn against them. You will be there to see their downfall. If you want to express your faith in Jesus, press 11, because His presence brings a calmness to your soul. They perverted the system, and now the system is working against them. The equipment they run is malfunctioning. They are imprisoned by the walls they built to defend themselves. Now every document they falsified can be traced back to its evidence, every regulation they violated to its testimony, and every dollar they embezzled to its source. Their phones no longer seem safe in their hands. Their laptops no longer seem private, and their homes no longer seem like sanctuaries, as the truth begins its inexorable march, and nothing, and I mean nothing, can stop what happens next. We have activated our Join membership for you, and you can check out our privileges by clicking the Join button below. We invite you to become a Join member to make you more special. What should have been swift justice has been deliberately delayed. They have pushed you to the limit of your endurance, made you wait and suffer. See how they throw their anchors deep into the mud of bureaucracy, dragging out what should have been your instant vindication. They use delay as a tactic against your noble cause, and time as a weapon against you. They counted on your fatigue and your ultimate surrender to their unjust system. They expected you to give up your struggle for truth, imagining that you would crumble under the strain of delay and break under the weight of waiting. They twisted the system like knives, protected their own men, called in favors from their equally corrupt allies, forged signatures in the dead of night, tampered with evidence, and had security cameras mysteriously malfunction in order to prolong their heinous game and trap you in their web while they laughed behind closed doors. But the cosmic balance shifted, and the verdict became irrefutable. Like a tsunami, it is inevitable, relentless, and devastating to everything in its path. Long before they attacked you, the outcome was predetermined by the stars. For every minute they take from you, they will pay you back tenfold. Every delaying strategy they use will hasten their demise, as the perfect symmetry, perfect balance, and perfect justice of the universe is about to be restored with great force. The foundations of their corrupt kingdom will crumble to the ground. They are now being moved by the ticking of the clock they rigged. They now have power over the calendar, and that calendar is moving towards their exposure. Their day of judgment is fast approaching, as their self-serving timetable shows. In a matter of seconds, everything they have been torturing you with for months and years will be turned into utter destruction. Their extensions have expired, their postponements are over, and their delaying strategies have failed. With the relentless speed of a celestial mass racing through space, the struggle they believed they could postpone forever is suddenly rushing towards its cosmic climax. Nothing has the power to slow it down, deflect it, or stop its impact. It has been unleashed by an array of people, including lawmakers who claim to stand for justice, leaders who pledge to serve, and officials sworn to defend you. They were all corrupt, compromised, and conniving. Their badges became their license to destroy lives without consequences. Their offices became their castles. Their titles became their shields. And their positions of authority gave them the impression that they were untouchable. They worked in secret, using encrypted channels to communicate, gathering in rooms scouted for listening devices and grinning in your face as they plotted your destruction. Behind closed doors, they committed the most heinous wrong imaginable while maintaining the appearance of justice, writing documents that looked like the truth, adhering to due process, creating the appearance of legality. From the beginning, their entire enterprise was a deception, but they made the fatal mistake of focusing on you, whose very existence challenges their corrupt rule, whose soul burns with the fire of divine choice, and whose soul bears the weight of cosmic purpose. They failed to see the cosmic significance of your existence, the fact that you were chosen by a power infinitely greater than their small-scale authority, and the fact that to attack you is to attack the forces that have ruled human history since the beginning of time. Your course and your choice were not random. Your encounter with them was predetermined by the stars long before any of you set foot on this planet. Suddenly, their meticulously woven web is disintegrating at an unnatural speed. As each thread breaks, each link breaks, and each conspirator is revealed one by one. The unraveling will not end until all the participants in this corrupt conspiracy stand naked before justice, stripped of their positions, their influence, and the identities they hold above the truth. In real time, their networks collapse, partners turn informers, confidants reveal their secrets, and allies turn against each other. When self-preservation becomes their only goal, the once impenetrable circles of protection are broken. Former collaborators build evidence against them. Former friends erase their contact details, and former protectors pretend they never knew them. Their carefully constructed hierarchy suddenly collapses from within. Now, every link in the chain of command they trusted is breaking. Their mutual defense mechanism is now a race to sacrifice others before sacrificing themselves. Their solidarity disintegrates, their unity breaks down, and their united strength turns into personal helplessness. They played with justice as if it were their toy. They used you as a pawn in their insidious plans. They have made you a victim in their corrupt chess game. They subject you to scrutiny as they manipulate the system to hide their own interests. They pin the blame on you with masterful accuracy. They fabricated lies about you so intricate that they almost believed them themselves. As they celebrated their betrayal of you and toasted their cunning in elite clubs, they congratulated themselves on eliminating yet another challenge to their corrupt rule. Your hardships became their amusement. Your fight fueled their arrogant laughter, until the tables were turned and your name was their prize. Now, instead of their files being scrutinized, they are scrutinized. Every decision is questioned, every document scrutinized, and every activity traced back to its source. Their deleted communications are recovered from digital spaces they expected to be private, and their emails from servers they assumed were secure. Their signatures are scrutinized by experts who can detect even the smallest discrepancy or forgery. There is no shadow to hide in, no obscurity to conceal their evil deeds, only a harsh, revealing glow that exposes them as corrupt, guilty, and doomed. The light of truth shines with ruthless intensity, exposing them under a cosmic spotlight that overlooks nothing, forgives nothing. Their arrogance has misled them. They did not realize how clever the opposition was. They believed they were masters of checkers, while forces beyond their comprehension played chess, anticipating their every move, setting traps they stepped into, voluntarily, and preparing them for the ideal cosmic checkmate that is now taking place. The game they thought they had won turned out to be only the beginning of a much bigger battle. The moment of their downfall coincided with their hastily celebrated success. The proof that doomed them was the power they displayed. Now, every rule they ignored becomes an accusation against them. Every lie they told becomes evidence, and every instance of corruption becomes an account in an indictment. Now, the same system they controlled is using all its analytical capabilities to uncover every aspect of their illegal activities. The evidence against them is processed with cold, mechanical precision by the machine they believe they control. The power they have abused is now poised to deliver punishment with ruthless efficiency. Files have been seized, offices searched, and evidence gathered. The system they used to advance their cause, the system they always thought would keep them safe, has now become an instrument of their death. They can no longer hide their anxiety. It seeps through their pores, distorts their rehearsed grins, and makes their hands tremble when they pick up their phones. Anyone who comes into contact with them cannot help but notice the scent of their desperation that accompanies them everywhere. They are now running around in a panic, destroying documents, erasing data, holding emergency meetings, making excuses, and creating scapegoats. However, the evidence against them has already been obtained, so their efforts are futile. Their position and power can no longer be used to hide their deception. Their reputation is burning like paper in a fire, and their credibility is shattering like glass on concrete. They are being talked about by the same people who used to fear them. Colleagues who used to stand by them are now avoiding them to stay away from the approaching fire. Now that their deceit is fully exposed, everyone can see through every lie, abuse of power, and manipulation, and they are trapped in the very system they were trying to dominate. The norms they ignored are now enforced with double force. The laws they distorted now stand firmly against them, and the power they abused is now fully focused on their violations. Their death is not imminent. It is already here. The fortress they built with dirty bricks is now crumbling around them. The sanctuary they built, through bribery and intimidation, is now unprotected. They thought the fortress was invincible, but now it is revealed to have fatal flaws at its foundation. Backup systems fail at the most critical time. Emergency escape routes are blocked, and contingency plans collapse. Instead of reflecting confidence, the faces they see in the mirrors portray fear. Eyes that once sparkled with cocky power now dart uneasily back and forth. Voices that once boomed with power now crack under stress. Hands that once signed orders that destroyed lives now tremble too much to grasp a pen. The overwhelming weight of the impending judgment has caused brains that once plotted intricate schemes of corruption to struggle to form coherent ideas. They deliberately attacked your being, your essence, and your divine purpose. It was not an accident, a lapse in judgment, or a miscommunication. They saw your potential and chose to destroy it. They saw your power and were determined to crush it. They saw your light and tried to extinguish it. The deepest depths of jealousy led to their actions against you. They did not like what you had. They did not like what came easily through you. They did not like what you really represented. Their attacks on your life were driven by raging desires for power, carried out with icy, premeditated precision, and aimed at destroying your life one piece at a time. They were interested in your position, wealth, and power. Above all, they wanted you destroyed, shattered, and reduced to nothing, so that they could eat what was left of you. Their insatiable urge to see you destroyed devoured them until it became their main goal. Their competitive drive and greed knew no bounds. They gave up their integrity, their promises, and their humanity on the altar of their greed. However, their reign is coming to an end. They will give back to you much of what they have taken. Cosmic energy will release everything they have kept from your path. Everything that was stolen from you is now being replaced and multiplied sevenfold by the energies of global abundance. Your position will be restored, your resources returned, your reputation restored, and your name cleared. In addition to cash compensation, you will receive cosmic protection so powerful that you will never again be harmed by such attacks. They cannot even understand, let alone defeat, the forces that will protect your essence, defend your energy, and guard your path. You will leave this struggle not hurt, but changed. Not diminished, but strengthened. Not weakened, but with more power than you had before the conflict began. Your energy is clear. It will come to you like lightning before thunder. Even those who questioned you before will feel the power flowing through your whole nature. It is undeniable. Your words will be heavier. Your voice will be stronger, and your judgments will be quicker. You were shaped by their attack, and you emerged from it, not as a victim, but as a natural force. They should never have dared to question the universe. You have been chosen, and chosen by the cosmos for this moment when truth triumphs over corruption. You believed when the evidence showed that all was lost. You persevered when others gave up, and you stood when others fell. And now you have won. They can no longer ignore the truth they never wanted to accept. You were never created to be destroyed. Rather, you were created to endure, to prevail, and to conquer. Where their foundations crumble to dust, yours stands firm. Where their past fades into obscurity, yours continues unabated. Where they fade into oblivion, you move forward unceasingly. You command energy they cannot measure, enter worlds they cannot comprehend, and stand on the edge of realities they cannot see. While they run in fear, while they see everything they worked so hard to create crumbling around them, you enter a world where their interference is irrelevant. Their names lose all meaning, their threats lose all substance, and their mere presence loses all importance for your ascension. If you need to move, it will be with supernatural help, taking you out of their reach and protecting your movements with a veil that they cannot see. If security is needed, it will appear before they can even think of revenge, surrounding you with visible and invisible defenses. They have no say in your new beginning. They are not aware of it, and they have no power to influence it in any way. They cannot see the doors that suddenly open for you. They cannot see the paths materializing before you. They cannot reach the dimensions where opportunities are available. You are moving forward in abundance, while others are moving backwards in scarcity. While they are shrinking into limited spaces, you are expanding into new spaces. While they fall to depths they have condemned others to before, you rise to heights where they once lived. They never, ever imagined that you would be today's target. Their depraved imaginations never considered the possibility of you winning. When they fell to their knees, they never imagined you standing tall. They never imagined that when they fall, you will rise. They never envisioned that their influence would diminish and yours would increase, that their strength would erode and yours would consolidate, that they would lose everything they held dear and you would gain what they could never have. You have shattered their certainties. You have disproved their foresight. You have frustrated their expectations. Yet here they are, lamenting for the empire they thought could not be destroyed, lamenting for the prestige they thought would always be theirs, and lamenting for the positions they believed were their inheritance. And now you are here, unaffected by their tears, unaffected by their sorrow, and your progress is unstoppable. You have been saved by forces unimaginably stronger than any human institution. This is how it was always going to end for you. Your vindication was inevitable from the very beginning. Your victory was predestined. Your triumph was predestined. The cosmic ledger recorded the outcome the moment they moved against you. Your name has already been added to the column of winners. The stories of those untouched by corrupt institutions already contained your narrative. It was not possible to hide the evidence against your persecutors. It kept surfacing like corpses in the water. The system that betrayed you would always crumble under the weight of its own corruption, crumbling from the inside out due to the same decay they brought to tarnish your noble intentions. With cosmic certainty, the final message resonates. They have lost. The final blow has been dealt, not by your hand, but by the hand of universal justice, which uses corrupt institutions to destroy themselves from within, precisely reversing evil intent and guaranteeing that acts committed in darkness will be judged in light. With a resounding certainty, the gavel fell. It was decided with cosmic authority, judgment with divine certainty. There is no higher authority to appeal to, no escape clause to use, and no higher court to appeal to. The decisions are permanent and embedded in the fabric of reality. You can now rest knowing that what was supposed to kill you has actually made you unstoppable. What was supposed to be the end of your journey has actually begun your true impact. And what was supposed to be your finale is only the first chapter in the cosmic story of your ascension. Your enemies have unwittingly crowned you. Your aggressors have unwittingly crowned you. Your persecutors have unwittingly elevated you to a level they could never reach. Your story does not end. Rather, it reaches a level of unimaginable power. Your mission is not ending. Rather, it is reaching new spheres of influence that they will never reach. Your destiny is becoming an expression of riches they will never be able to enjoy. It is not over yet. Your enemies are the target of the attacks. The impostor who attacked you has been overthrown. The truth of your innocence has prevailed. If what you have read has motivated you, and you want to learn more about the incredible potential within you, don't forget to click the subscribe button. There is more to this journey than just observing. To get involved, donate over $50 by clicking the Super Thank button below. We want you to be part of the change that is happening. Like, comment, and share to give this message to someone who needs to hear it today. Let's share the message that when God is involved, anything is possible. Be part of the community as together we rewrite the possibilities for our lives. Stay awake, be fortunate, and never forget that you are a living example of God's grace.